Hello, everyone. I'm John Titus. Today, I'd like to take the time to share some thoughts on finding the right balance between andragogy and pedagogy. As you listen today, I'd like you to think about your own classroom or professional setting. Are your learners really all the same? Or do they move back and forth between needing structure and needing independence? When I first started exploring these two learning theories, I honestly viewed them as completely different approaches to teaching. The more I read and reflected on my own experiences, the more I realized they really complement each other. I don't think it's about choosing one over the other. I think it's about knowing your learners and adjusting your teaching to meet their needs. One thing that really made me stop and think was how differently I teach depending on who is sitting in front of me. When we think about pedagogy, we usually think about teacher directed learning, where students need more structure, guidance, and support. Andragogy, on the other hand, focuses more on adult learners, or experienced learners, if you will, who bring their own experience and want learning that is practical and immensely useful. I included my family on this slide because learning really begins long before students ever step foot into a classroom. As parents, teachers, and coaches, we constantly are adjusting how much support we give based on that particular learner's needs. That simple idea really becomes the foundation for everything else I discovered. As I continued reading, one idea kept coming back to me. The instructor's role naturally changes over time. Early on, we spend a lot of time modeling, providing feedback, and building confidence. As learners become more comfortable, our roles shift towards facilitating learning while they take on greater responsibilities themselves. I don't think that's only true for children. I've worked with plenty of adults, referees, coaches who were learning something completely new and still needed someone to model the process before they felt comfortable doing it on their own. At the same time, I've had fifth graders who were ready to go for much more independence than I ever expected. That really changed the way I look about these two theories. The research identified several strategies that consistently improve online learning, and honestly, none of them surprised me. Clear expectations, authentic learning, collaboration, timely feedback, learning choices, and opportunities for true reflection are all things that good teachers already try to do. Whether I'm teaching fifth graders or working with adult educators, I found that people learn best when they understand the why they're learning something and have opportunities to actively participate instead of just simply listening. Technology is a great tool, but it should always support learning rather than become the lesson itself. This slide probably connects the most with my own teaching philosophy. Every learner is different, regardless of their age. Some students need more support before they're ready to work independently, while others are comfortable jumping right in. Gameplay theory, if they get it wrong, you reset and try again until you get the outcome you want. One of the biggest takeaways for me was realizing that our job isn't simply to make learners independent, our job is gradually to build their confidence so independence becomes the natural next step. I think that's exactly what the staircase represents. As educators, we should be removing barriers while continuing to challenge our learners to grow. This slide was probably the easiest one for me to put together because it reflects what I do every day in the classroom or on the court. With my fifth graders, I spend a lot of time modeling new skills, guiding practice, and gradually releasing responsibilities as they become more confident. When I'm working with adults, volleyball officials, or coaches, I approach things differently. Those learners already bring a great deal of experience, so my job is usually to facilitate discussions, provide authentic opportunities, and help them apply what they're learning right away. Even though the approach changes, the goal stays exactly the same. I simply try to meet the learners where they are in that moment and help them continue moving forward. If there's one thing I'll take away from everything the research has said and I've read, is that effective teaching isn't about deciding whether andragogy or pedagogy is better. It's about understanding the people you're teaching in front of you right then and there. Some learners need more structure, others need more independence. Most fall somewhere in between on any given day. I think the best teachers are the ones who recognize the balance and adjust their instruction to help every learner continue to grow. That's really the biggest lesson I took away. And it's something I'll continue thinking about as I design both face to face and online learning experiences. Thank you for your time. I'm John Titus, and I appreciate you listening. These are the references that help me shape my thinking throughout this presentation.